Hello everyone. Well, many staying dry today in Nebraska, but that's going to be changing for tomorrow. A good chance of rain coming back. Notice I did say many will be staying dry because I do have to mention early this morning there is a chance there's some isolated rain and snow showers for the far eastern part of the state and really probably the northeastern part of the state. A better chance up around Sioux City, but I'm going to believe in the chance for Omaha, perhaps encountering a brief rain shower, maybe a few flakes of snow coming down. Nothing that'll slow down that morning commute, though. Even if you're in Lincoln, probably going to be staying dry. So this is a very small chance just for a few hours this morning, and then the rest of the day is looking dry. A mix of sun and clouds today. You can see at times it could be sunny, at times there'll be clouds around. It's going to be windy for everyone in the state today. Those gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour, a little bit more wind west versus east, but we'll call it windy for everyone. So when does the rain chance come back? I actually think we'll start to see a few showers pop up this evening, particularly in the western part of the state, but not a lot going on. I've got to say, overall, it's looking like a largely dry night. You're more likely to stay dry than see rain. I'm stopping the model here at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning because this is probably the last period where it's going to be largely dry across the state. Notice just a few showers showing up. So we jump ahead from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. and look what happens. We get into that scattered activity. Now, mainly for the eastern half of the state. I do have to say that tomorrow is largely looking dry in the western half of the state, but if you're in the eastern half of the state, a good chance of rain. Now, this is the morning commute tomorrow. So a good chance of encountering some showers. But I do also have to mention, see that little dot of yellow and orange showing up around Omaha? There could be a few weak thunderstorms around during the morning tomorrow. Again, I think it's mostly going to be just regular rain, but I'm not ruling out the possibility of some heavier rain, some lightning, a few rumbles of thunder, but it is going to be isolated. I just want to mention the chance, because if one of those storms, if this happens, for example, a thunderstorm pops up right over Omaha at 8 a.m., could significantly slow down the morning commute. So notice that it's still looking pretty wet at 11 a.m. for a lot in the eastern part of the state, but starting to dry out. Notice it could be already dry for places like Kearney and right on the edge of the rain in Grand Island, but still a good chance of rain around the Lincoln and Omaha area. So in general, tomorrow looking like a wetter day. The farther east you are, the longer there'll probably be rain around versus the farther west you are, the drier it's looking. Notice at 2 o'clock, the rain really limited to the far eastern part of the state, still leaving in the chance for Lincoln, Omaha, but notice drier, kind of shifting towards more isolated activity. Winds tomorrow, a little bit weaker in the eastern part of the state. We'll just call it breezy with gusts around 25 miles per hour. For the central part of the state, those gusts around 35 miles per hour. The windiest part of the state is going to be up in the panhandle. That's where gusts could reach around 45 miles per hour. Still got to leave in the smallest of chances for a few sprinkles homebound commute tomorrow. Notice that most will be dry, but notice those little green dots still trying to show up around Omaha, so very small chance, but definitely looking better than the morning commute tomorrow. And then I do think all the leftover sprinkles fizzle out by midnight tomorrow night, and then we're completely dry. Let's finish talking about temperatures, because, oh man, what difference the western part of the state versus the eastern part of the state today. A high of 55 in Omaha, 58 in Lincoln, but then 66 in Grand Island, 77 in north-platte, and look at the low 80s over in the panhandle. So a little bit of everything today, Nebraska. That said, the warm front clears us tonight, so temperatures not nearly as different, very uniform overall. We're talking about temperatures, some in the low 40s, some in the mid 40s, some in the upper 40s, but temperatures that aren't too bad. We're going in the right direction, right? And tomorrow, we keep the uniform temperatures. This is about as consistent as you'll ever see in Nebraska, mainly in the mid 60s in the northern part of the state, upper 60s in the central part of the state, and then for the southern part of the state, get into the low 70s. All these temperatures a little bit above normal for this time of year.